Hello, all. It's been a while since we've done one of these. So I'm Diane, here with
Kayla, Virginia.
and Happy New Year. We are going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the market and some of the predictions for 2023. So, as we go into this new year, buyers and sellers, of course, are wondering what is happening with the market. A lot of people are still saying that the market's going to drop. They're all waiting for a crash. A lot of the buyers are sitting on the sidelines.
We are seeing that a lot of buyers are still scared. They're telling us that the market is so volatile right now, so they're not prepared to make that big decision yet.
Yeah, and I'm trying to, allay their fears. And 2023 is not like 2008, and that's what everyone is still comparing it to. That it's going to crash, and I'm going to have overpaid for my house, or I want to hold off because I really, really, really want to get a deal. And so I'm seeing a lot of that too. But really, 2023 is not like 2008, which I have in reverse in my little chart here, but it's still the same information. So I was not a real estate agent in 2008, but I could still see, what was going on and just how a lot of people got caught up in this wave. There were very loose credit standards. They were handing out subprime loans to everyone, not really paying attention to their qualifications. They were doing ARM loans where they would start off with a very low interest rate and then, be smacked with a higher one. And there was no predicting of what that could be. So some went from, a very low 4% interest rate to a very high adjustable rate. And it just kept going higher and higher. So that was a problem as well. And then another problem in 2008 was the new construction. They had been gearing up and the houses were being built right and left. And now, even though there is a lot of new construction now, they aren't a lot of spec homes. All of these homes have buyers, unlike in 2008 leading into it. They were just building homes one after the other, and they were mostly spec homes. Right. And then, of course, when the lending stopped and the arms began to come, it counteracted a lot of people not being able to pay for their mortgages. And then all the foreclosures, the banks took possession of these homes, and all of these things were on the market. And supply and demand is still the biggest factor in what real estate prices are. And that supply was immense. And those were the main reasons why. And then, of course, back in 2008, we did have rising unemployment. 2023, we still have low unemployment. No one knows what the future holds, but there are jobs that are still out there. Our supply is still low. We have gone from about a 1 month supply to a 3 month supply, but it's still low. There's very little foreclosure activity because of what's happened in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Everyone has a lot of equity in their homes. So even if the payments are getting a little tight, there's so much equity that you're able to, maybe sell and downsize instead of the bank coming in and you being upside down on your mortgage. And then construction not really being able to meet demand. They've just barely been keeping up. So we don't have a huge influx of new construction out there. There's some, but those prices are still, pretty high. We're still looking at about a year out for new construction homes. There aren't just a ton that you can go and purchase right away. And then the credit standards are so tight for lending right now. They're not doing subprime loans. There's quite a bit of a qualification process. It's simple, but you do have to have credit scores. You do have to have verified income. You do have to have a savings. You do have to, source all of these things with the lender. They're not just handing out a loan just because you walked in and you said, hey, I want one. I want to buy this house. Going into 2008, it was almost that easy. And this is for St. Lucie County, just to give a update on just the market and what's happening. This is from November. The next report doesn't come out for another week, and that actually will be kind of a year-end review. Next time, we'll let you guys know how the year went, but just month to month or from 2021, 2022, what was happening in November. We do see, of course, a decrease in the closed sales. The average sales price is $429, which is still higher than the year before. But we're seeing, again, this decline on list price. We're seeing almost a 6% drop in lists. So prices are dropping almost 6% less. So we're seeing a little bit of a drop. But again, remember, prices are significantly, they're about 18% higher. So we're getting about 6% off of the list price, but prices are still high. So they're not rapidly declining. They're not dropping down to the 2008. We are not being flooded with new homes. We do have more inventory of homes for sale right now. I mean, we can see it's at about 1,000, whereas it was 500 in 2021. So our month supply of inventory is getting closer to a normal market where we're about equal, but we're still not a buyer's market. We don't have just, homes everywhere. Buyers do have negotiating power, definitely. Again, we're looking at about 6%, maybe if a house was significantly overpriced, maybe 10% off of list, but you're not looking at these, 30% drop, 40% drop in prices. I mean, we're just not seeing that much of a significant where there's a bunch of houses to choose from. So but the buyers do have a little more power than they did back last year, where there was one house and 30 buyers and they were all offering over list price. And again, we can see here, and that's also what drove up the prices so quickly.
So why have the closed sales decrease from 430 to 262?
I mean, the biggest problem, it's not that buyers aren't out there, but the mortgage rates, they really are causing that pullback in sales. At the end of 2022, it was about 6.5, and it spiked back in the fall to 7%, but we're seeing it to kind of level. They're starting to drop even a little bit more, down to getting close to around 6%, which is high compared to the low of 3% during the pandemic. But again, there was no inventory. There was nothing on the market trying to spur buyers out there to get out there to compete. They dropped interest rates so low. Now they're coming close to what they were pre-pandemic levels. I mean, they were around the 5s before the pandemic, and we're slightly higher now. And the prices are a bit higher now, but things are still leveling. They're not sliding down to crashing, but they are leveling out. So where we're going to kind of settle back into where the market was pre-pandemic. So we just want you to know that we are here for you and whatever your real estate needs may be.
From Treasure Coast to the Central Florida area, we are here for you.
And if you are in the Treasure Coast area, I am doing an open house this weekend on Sunday. So follow us on our socials and you can get some more information. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.